What's up, YouTube? This is Joe, the 50-something Dasher, and like a bonus video here to kind of throw in amidst the other videos in the schedule. So I thought I'd jump on to do a quick channel update. I've got some good news and some, let's call it other news, because I don't know yet if it's going to be good or bad news. So I'll tell you what I know at this point. But first, the good news. What was it, yesterday or the day before, a few days ago, I had applied to get the channel monetized, get into the YouTube partner program. And as you could already see from the thumbnail photo for this video, I was approved. I'm in the partner program. Thank you again to all of the subscribers, and anybody that's just recently subscribed. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wouldn't have been able to do this without you. It was kind of a little bit weird, the whole application process. There's like 3 stages, and the third stage, it said it typically takes about a month, and like it only took like 2 days for me. So that, but hey, I'll take it. So okay, guys, now to the other news. So I've probably referenced this before on the channel. This has been going on for probably close to like 2 years now. If you're new to the channel, I work about, my W-2 job is about as blue collar as it gets. I work in a dirty, filthy, disgusting warehouse. Nothing glamorous at all whatsoever, folks. Okay, so for about 2 years now, I've known that my job sometime down the pipeline was getting eliminated. My specific job function that I've been doing for the better part of the last 8 years now. Okay, and there's been like certain over the last couple years, there's been certain dates like where they say, okay, it's getting eliminated this month, and then the date comes and goes. Well, no, now it's going to be this date, and then that comes and goes. It keeps getting pushed out. Well, it seems like a pretty for sure, definite, like set in stone thing that now really and truly my job is getting eliminated by the end of June this year, 2025. Okay, so everybody that works in my area, we've all basically, we have until then to we have to put in for other positions and see what we get. Nobody knows yet what position they're going to do next, or where, or what shift, or anything. It's like a complete unknown. Okay, so as far as I got monetized and I can start memberships and everything, but I want to hold off on that until I find out what's going on with the W-2. And so ideally, what I would hope to happen, guys, I want to do gig work full time. Okay. So there it is. I am like really wanting to do gig work, DoorDash, Uber Eats, full time. Okay. There's problems with that. Okay, and now before I say anything else, I did a video. It was a little over a year ago. It was March the 25th of last year, and I'll throw up a link in the description for this video so you can watch it. But please excuse my hair in that video. Absolutely hideous and awful. I can't believe I didn't comb my hair first before doing that video. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that I didn't like contradict anything that I said in that video. Okay, so I did a video. Can you do DoorDash full time or gig work in general? And so at that time, I said, no, you can't. And I rewatched that video just before starting this, recording this one, and I kind of skipped through that video. And it seemed like at the time, because it's been over a year ago, I forgot what I said in that video. But I mainly focused on the whole job security aspect of it, is why I wouldn't want to do gig work full time. So that's still one of the three primary reasons that's kind of holding me back right now. If I had Amazon Flex right now, so if I had DoorDash, Uber Eats, Amazon Flex, we probably wouldn't be having this discussion right now. It'd be W-2, thanks a lot for all the great years, but bye-bye, see you later. And then I wouldn't have even thought twice about it and gone to the gig work, okay? But it's just, I would just relying on just DoorDash and Uber Eats for me right now. It's way too risky. Another thing, but reason number two here out of the three is another big thing with those two apps is the downtime. So yes, in theory, it's possible for me to have 8 to 10 hour active days and, work 7 days a week or whatever. But because of the downtime, let's just take like DoorDash, for instance. If I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to do 10 active hours, 7 days a week. Well, I'd probably have to be logged in for about 14 hours to get 10 active hours to make the money that I need. That's some long shifts, folks. See, I don't live in New York City, Chicago, Miami, places like this, where Washington, D.C., where dashers in those areas, the alert probably goes off like every second. There's probably not a minute goes by where that, alert isn't going off for a new offer. Here, I may, in this market, I may go 5, 10, I've gone 45 minutes to an hour with having both apps open and not receiving a single offer. Yeah, that's the thing. And the other thing is deductions. Some of the deductions that I have taken out of my W-2, I mean, I could still pay those things out on my own, out of doing my gig work, but it's so much easier to have that money taken out of a W-2 and, less hassle. And so, it's just I'm in a really bad spot right now. If this would have happened like 2 or 3 years from now, I think it would have been a lot easier decision. But this is tough right now for me to have to get a different position. And so what I'm trying to do is what would allow me to go full time. I'm gonna see about the possibility of going part time with my W-2. If I could go to 2 or 3 days a week. There for a while, I was doing just 3 days a week at the W-2 and then 4 days DoorDash. I'd like to go back to that, where I could do full-time gig work, but I still have the W-2 part-time to have the taxes and those deductions and everything taken out. That would be like ideal. So we'll see what happens with that. as far as those wait lists, it's coming up on like a year exactly on, and I joined the Amazon Flex wait list. It was April 26th of last year. So just a couple days away from that, 1 year on that wait list. And then 4 days later on April 30th of 24 is when I got on the Instacart wait list, and still on those wait lists. Haven't heard anything. But worst case scenario, just give you guys a heads up. If the only thing that that I'm offered is a 5-day a week full-time position at the W2, that's, folks, I fear that a 5-day a week position, me accepting that, is going to be the equivalent of a torpedo striking the side of my ship. Okay, and the ship's going to go down in the water, and I've got a couple life rafts on board, and hope, as far as the gig work and this channel, it's going to be the equivalent of hoping that I can swim towards one of those life rafts and hold on, because I do not want to go down to just, like I said, I was doing gig work 4 days a week. Then I changed schedules at the W2 to a 4-day schedule. Then that cut my gig work down to 3 days, and which kind of sucks right now. And then if I go and do a 5-day a week W2, and only do gig work 2 days, it feels like I keep sacrificing, and it's frustrating. And one last thing I'll say is, if you're new to the channel, I have, with DoorDash, I'm a lifetime platinum status driver because I served on the DoorDash Community Council the first half of 2024. And there's probably a lot of Dashers out there, all over the place, that if they took a look at my situation, and they'd be like, "What? Hold time out here. Wait a second. Hold on, 50-something Dasher. What time out? You mean to tell us that you're a lifetime platinum Dasher? You don't have to worry about acceptance rate. You don't have to meet the metrics that..." You kidding me? You don't have to meet those metrics and you can dash any time and in any market, and that's for life? What are you messing around with a W2 for? There's if I had that kind of situation with DoorDash, there's no way in the world I'd be screwing around with a W2. What are you doing? Hey, and you got a point. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. That's a part of me feels that, what am I doing messing around with the W2? But I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. We'll have to see what happens here. And there's a chance, they may offer me some position that I'm just not willing to work at all. And there's a chance I may quit the W2 altogether, because of that reason. But that's a possibility. I don't know what's going to happen. And trust me, everybody else that I work with there is in the same boat. They're stressed, they're worried, what's going to happen to me. It's an unfortunate mess is what it is. But anyway, that's all I have for now, guys. So hopefully let's keep our fingers crossed here. Hopefully, good things to come here. I forgot to mention, I got, quite a bit of content recorded over the last couple weeks. So this week and next week, and possibly the week after that, is going to be 3 video weeks, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, for the, like I said, the next 2 weeks, maybe 3. Got some good content on the way, guys. Got a couple Instacart videos coming up, so check those out. I got my dash on Easter. I did a full recap that I used to do back in the day with all the offers and all the orders I did, all the declines. So pretty interesting dash that was. That's coming in the near future, so some good stuff to come. And we'll take it day by day and see what happens. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you at the next video, which is Friday. So see you then.